In this lecture, the type of induction furnace. There is a two type of induction furnace. One is core type and another is coreless type. We can say core type is also low frequency type induction furnace and coreless type is high frequency induction furnace. In first of the core type or low frequency induction furnace, there is a three subtype. One is direct core type, second is vertical core type, and third is indirect core type. In low frequency equipment is required for core type. The first we will see the core type of induction furnace. In this, the primary winding is connected to AC supply. Then charge is in the shape of V-shaped portion. The core is iron core. So this is the figure of direct core type induction furnace. The direct core type induction furnace in this consists of vertical furnace with V-shaped portion at the bottom. Consists of transformer plus charge is magnetically coupled to the primary winding and forms singleton short circuited secondary, as we see in this figure. Secondary channel should not be empty. Magnetic coupling between primary and secondary is weak, resulting in large leakage reactance and poor power factor. Leakage reactance is nullified using low frequency supply. For this induction furnace, low frequency is required. So what is the drawback of this induction furnace is leakage reactance is high and power factor is low, and low frequency requirement suffers from pinching effect. Then what is the pinching effect? Pinching effect is current density above 500 ampere per centimeter square is following around the melt interacts with the alternating field and produces force to squeeze the melt of a section and result in complete interruption of current. The second point of core type or low frequency induction furnace is vertical core type induction furnace, also known as Ajax White furnace. This is the most timely question from UEET subject. Many papers you can see previous paper in that this Ajax White furnace is asked in 7 marks. So vertical crucible is used for the charge. Bottom is usually V-shaped or U-shaped. Molten metal is kept circulated round the V. The pinch effect is counteracted by the weight of the charge. Capable of continuous operation, normal frequency can be used, as we not use in direct core type. Use melting and refining of non-ferrous metals. Advantage: highly efficient, low operating cost, temperature control is simple, comparatively higher power factor than direct core type. This is the figure of vertical core type Ajax White furnace, most timely question for final exam. We can see that the primary winding and the core, secondary channel, secondary V type channel or U type channel. The charge is in the chamber. The convection current and the flux is near to core. So this is the figure of vertical core type Ajax White furnace. The limitation of core type induction furnace can be use of vertical type furnace called Ajax White furnace. The construction: the furnace is narrow V-shaped tendency of the molten metal is to get itself accumulated at the bottom, and this helps at least a small amount of charge to be present for the secondary circuit to be completed. The probability of the discontinuity of the circuit is found to be less. Pinch effect occurs in it operation of Ajax White. The primary inductor coil is connected to the AC supply. This causes an intense electromagnetic field to the fluctuate in the iron core. The metal act a short-circuited secondary and carries the induced current. It is mainly generated in the V-shaped portion as it has highest resistance due to small narrow section. This heat is rapidly distributed to the metal with the help of convection current, and by the electromagnetic force the heat ultimately result into melting of charge. Vertical crucible is used for the charge. Bottom is usually V-shaped or U-shaped. Molten metal is kept circulated around the V. Pinch effect is uh, counteracted by the weight of the charge. Capable of continuous operation, normal frequency can be used. Use melting and refining of non-ferrous metals. Advantage: highly efficient, low operating cost, temperature control is simple, and comparatively higher power factor. The third type low frequency induction furnace is direct core type induction furnace. Charge is heated indirectly, but in direct core tap and vertical core tap is directly charge heated, but in this case charge is heated indirectly. A metal container forms the secondary of the transformer. Container is heated up by transformer action. Temperature control is done using different material for the detachable bar. Power factor is comparatively poor in this case of indirect core type induction furnace. We studied core type low frequency induction furnace, direct core type, then Ajax White vertical core type, and indirect core type. Now the main part of induction furnace, second portion is coreless type or high frequency induction furnace. This is the figure of coreless type induction furnace. The crucible is used in this. The coil is outside the primary. In first figure we can see primary winding, and the supply is high frequency AC source. Molten metal is in the crucible body of furnace. The flux is generated from the both primary windings, and eddy current induced in the crucible or melt. The coreless type consists of three parts: primary coil, ceramic, crucible, and frame. No iron core, primary coil is fed with AC supply. Eddy current is induced within the charge. Eddy current produces heating of the charge. High frequency supply is to be used, and the flux density is very low. High frequency increases resistance due to the skin effect, resulting in high primary copper loss. No magnetic core result in very low power factor between 0.1 to 0.3. Static R is employed to the improve power factor. Use of this method is steel production. The main use of this method is the production of steel, melting non-ferrous metal, and electronic industry. Advantage of coreless type induction furnace is simple method to control. Semi-skilled labor can be handled. Fast operation, require less space, easy to maintain, controlled by electrical clock, or else no oxidation can be no oxidation can be used intermediately low cost operation, economical, precise control of power, and no low melting. Requirement of good electrode material. Material must have following properties: it should be good conductor of electricity, it should have high resistance to thermal shocks, it should have sufficient mechanical strength, so it will be not belt, it should have low thermal conductivity, it should be insulable in the charge, low medium temperature up to the temperature of 1150 degree Celsius, alloy of nickel and chromium. Nickel is 80% and chromium is 20%. alloy of nickel, chromium and iron. Nickel is 65%, chromium is 15%, and the ferrous is 20%. High temperature more than 1150 degrees Celsius. Silicon carbide, molybdenum, tungsten, graphite is used for that. Thank you for this lecture. I wish you will get the knowledge of induction furnace.